Off play action. Here's Hooker. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll be second and a couple. A good safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 2. First run of the game for Jahmyr Gibbs, the Alabama product. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he's going to get this one all the way down to the Rams' 32-yard line. A big pickup of 38. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then? You take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
On 1st and 10, Hooker. That is caught by Laporta. And down inside the 15 he goes. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. A nice gain there to his trusty tight end. And now it's got them thinking opening drive touchdown here as they get into the red zone.
And in most cases with your tight end, you feel like you've got a mismatch no matter who's covering him. Is it a small cornerback? Is it a linebacker who may not run as well? In any event, whatever you see, you think that tight end can win that battle.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
All runners count on their eyes to find the gaps and creases, to find open space. There was absolutely none on that one. Totally swallowed up on that play.
Now a 2nd and 10. They'll run for the first time with Kareem Hunt. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They go play action. Here's Hooker. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down. Patterson's kick is good. And the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
Let's go.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Here's 2nd and 10.
No, no.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Now, this defense for the Lions, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long, step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
What do they have for this? 3rd and 11.
Panther 11, Panther 11.
He'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. A big play there for L.A. 48 yards.
Let's just call it as we some space in the middle of the field. Yeah, everyone else was covered, but he was not. Big play results.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. It's Rhodes, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. And the Rams had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road. But now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that, because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey, if we do what we're supposed to do, protect our home turf, we'll be just fine.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time, because let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Tough spot here. 3rd down and 11. And they'll send the tight end in motion.
70. Ranger, 70 Ranger.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. You talk about this Rams defense. Against the pass, just numbers that they haven't liked. Number 30 in the league right now.
And from analyzing them and talking with their defensive coordinator, we know they have a full playbook. So look for them to mix up coverages, pressure one play, fall back the next. They'll do a lot of different things trying to confuse the offense.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 53 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
19 tight, 19 tight. Go.
Hooker now off play action. That'll be caught by James. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Rams will take over here just shy of the 30. Wow, so wipe out the INT roughing the passer. What a disaster.
An absolute disaster, and you hope their lockers are not right next to each other for the postgame. Safe to say one is not buying the other down.
Hooker to throw on 1st and 10. Throw left side, caught by Laporta. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Let's go now.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Slot man moves right.
Cut 19.
Hooker on 1st down. Touchdown! Sam Laporta, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his 2nd season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses, also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a 1st down.
They go play action here on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets them a 1st down.
As we both know, there's a lot that went into why they made him their 1st-round pick this year. Part of it is what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
Motion man is Schwartz. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Here we go, here we go.
2nd and 10.
Ready.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Targeting Cooper, and he's got it coming across the field. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 12-yard line. A nice pickup of 17 yards. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
70.
And he's going to use his legs here. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Well, he'd had success earlier in the drive, keeping it himself. Not here, though.
And sometimes when you have that kind of success, you can fall in love with the option a little bit too much and not give the defense credit for making adjustments themselves.
Ready.
And that play starts to lose its effectiveness.
19 Lions. Go.
2nd and 14. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Down here in the red zone, you know your tight end is going to be a favorite target. Couldn't hang on.
And sometimes they just have to get out of their own head because they understand how tight windows are there and how many bodies are there. And sometimes they just overthink it and don't catch the ball.
Let's go.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Dragon 60.
They'll drop to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
The kick by Marr is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Here's Raymond bringing it out. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they'll have good field position here as he's out of bounds up at about the 34-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First catch here by St. Brown. Good for a first down. A give right side for Gibbs. It's some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. And hold on here because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Hooker. James has got it. Complete. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Lions go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead is now 17-3. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10.
18 Rattler.
He'll drop to throw. That's into the hands of Chosen. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. 2nd down and a little more than a yard here. They'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Lions are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. But turnovers, obviously, Charles, always costly. But, man, when you throw those interceptions in the end zone like that, it really stings.
He tried to fit that one into his tight end, and I often use the expression NFL open, which means a tighter window. Down near the goal line, you really want him to be open. In this case, it cost him.
And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. 72 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
60 Bison. Mustang 19.
Hooker. And it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Now Hooker going to change things up a bit. Gibbs will try and pick it up. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. Yeah, not a great one there. Out of bounds in the air. And the offense is going to be set up already in enemy territory inside the 45.
Seven Pirates.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That's over the middle. Caught by Chosen. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A. It's a pretty nice throw right there from the rookie. And this, of course, is game number 2 of his NFL career. His guys did not get the win, Charles, in the opener. But what did you see from him last week?
Well, I think all things considered, he played pretty well, and I don't think I'd pin the loss on him. But there's no question, this is a learning process, and that was step 1, and he's hoping on the road to glory.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll make it second down.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6.
Panther 11. Ready.
Back to throw here. This is caught. Touchdown, Rams. Anthony Schwartz, 29 yards. And the Rams have cut it back within a score. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. Here's Raymond bringing it out. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. And this one out quickly to James. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Throwing. Hooker finds Gibbs on the check down. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. What a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
3rd down, Hooker looks to throw it. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. He's still on his feet.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Buffalo 18. Hustle.
They'll throw now on the final play. And this one is incomplete. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game, and to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Cougar 19.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. On second down, it's Rhodes. And he'll push forward for a couple to the 34.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up fourth down. Here comes the Rams punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. This is taken at the 18. A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And the Lions will take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. St. Brown motioning left. On 1st and 10, Hooker. Oh, the ball comes out on the hip, and they'll say it's incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on, catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Now Hooker. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Taking it about the 16. Call with an even 40-yard punt, 7 though on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. 2nd and 4. And he's got his receiver, Cooper. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards the pickup there.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And this one's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. 3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Now they'll pitch it out here. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 26. 15 yards there on the catch and run.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He finds his man, complete. That's Rhodes. So nothing doing there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He can make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly.
Come on.
2nd and 10.
65 catch, 65 catch.
Looking to throw. To the right side, he's got Cooper. It's complete. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 14. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Now this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. Back to throw again. Right back to Cooper, and he got him again. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they can be set up with a 1st and goal.
Check, Panther.
They'll try to run this one in. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Good work there, holding them out on 1st down, and this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Touchdown! A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Rams have taken the lead here in the final seconds of the 3rd quarter. He's definitely making his mark early in the year from the tight end position. 2 games played, 2 touchdowns.
And from what I've seen on tape so far this year, his ability to use the fakes well, his body in the red zone, they should continue to look his way through the entire season.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that gives him a 3-point lead. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. Here's Raymond bringing it out. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. The last series form a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
18 Rattler.
Here's Hooker to throw it. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. The Lions on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Hooker wants to change the look. On 3rd down, here's Gibbs. Now he's loose down the left sideline. Touchdown, Detroit! Jahmyr Gibbs, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Let's go now.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down.
79 Broncos. Mustang 19. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates.
2nd and 6. He finds his man complete. That's Rhodes. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
On 1st down, they look downfield, and it's complete. Touchdown, Rams! Anthony Schwartz, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Rams use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the 4th. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that gives them a 3-point lead. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. Here's Raymond bringing it out. Pass midfield. Khalif Raymond, 1 man to beat. And he will score. Touchdown, Lions. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter. That'll give them 8 that time, and that'll bring up a second down and just a couple. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
2nd and 2. Over the middle, that's caught by Schwartz. And some space here. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Now back to throw. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick.
And the Lions are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They get the crucial turnover, just huge, but now they've got the football deep in their own territory. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And he'll be down at the 6-yard line. Well, they were obviously backed up. Had a little bit of space from the goal line, snapping it from the 3, but still trying to throw it. And
yeah, exactly. This is where hindsight is 20/20 comes into play, right? Seems like a good idea to throw the ball there. Maybe you'll surprise them and catch them off guard. Instead, you've created a turnover and put your defense in a bad spot.
70 Timberwolves. Hawk 70. Hawk 70.
they get this out left. Touchdown!
Robbie Chosen
From 6 yards away.
And the Rams have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that gives them a 3-point lead. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs.
inside the 30.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10.
19 tight. 19 tight.
Another run for Gibbs here. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th.
Second down, 8 yards to go.
Panther streak. Panther streak. Ready.
From the gun, Gibbs will get it.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19.
Here's 1st down.
19.
Straight ahead with Gibbs here.
And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. The Lions need to move. They're hustling to the line now.
Hooker, he's going to move him around a little bit here.
Streak. Streak. Go.
On 2nd down, here's Gibbs.
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
Here we go. 1st and goal. Now they'll change things up.
19 Tiger. 19 Tiger. Top alert. Top alert. Check mask. Check mask.
Gibbs.
Well, as far as plays go, there's nothing to write home about on that one because that one gets some negative yardage. But if you do want to find a positive, he found a way to get out of bounds and stop the clock.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal.
Check. Cup 19. Cup 19.
Throwing here is Hooker.
And he's got it. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And that will make this a 4-point game.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. This is 1st and 10.
18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. Buffalo 18. Ready.
They'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. The way he's thrown the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions, and that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
Well, this feels like a late season game, even though it's just week 2. Here's a big 3rd down. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
Oh, man, late in a tight ball game, every play so critical, you feel like you've got to find a way to come up with that football. That was put in a great spot, but it just didn't want to stick in his hands. That's a big letdown.
The decision made for him. They've got to go. It's fourth down.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
Let's go.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Go check.
Gibbs straight ahead.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining.
This 2nd and 4. Here's a handoff to Hunt running left.
And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game.
Well, this, of course, set up by the stop a moment ago on 4th down. And now that might be the score that puts this one officially out of reach.
And it's a tough one because your hands are tied when you're losing.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. It's caught at the 5. And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And that final kickoff concludes the ball game, partner. And